Okay, hello everyone. How y'all doing today? This is J-Pop, and it's a random stream. It's a Monday, so it's not on my normal streaming schedule. I didn't get to do any streaming last week. I had adulting to do. Times didn't line up, so it got skipped. You could say I'm trying to make up for it, but sometimes just gotta get out there and stream. So that is it. But I didn't really want to do anything right off the bat. I was kind of looking through the randomizer, and there were some settings that I don't think I've ever messed with or anything. So this is kind of like just a test, kind of go through to kind of see how some of the settings work, how they look like, just to kind of mess around and play with it. So I know I have the splits up, but I'll be doing a run of some sorts afterwards. I kind of decided, but I'm not married to which run I want to do. But for now, I'm just going to mess around with some of the settings and just kind of see what they do. I kind of question what they do, so just kind of figure it out. So I'm going to start with traditional. Just click that, and then I'm going to go through the settings, like the stores, like, if I do no items in the stores, is that also for weapons and for armor as well? Who knows? So I'm gonna set it to that. Treasures could be monsters only. Normal items. What are rare items? Is it? I think rare items is just seeds. Yeah, because that's part of the seed as percent. Gems only, equipment only. I think that's pretty cut and dry. The only thing that I give question to is what if monsters only is only tricks, or if it's all types of monsters. Okaeri nasai, Edgehead. Welcome. It's a random stream, as you can see. I didn't get to stream last week. And right now, I'm just first, I'm doing good. Got my adulting done, so there's still stuff to do, but everything's straight once again, so everything's good. Like I don't foresee any foreseeable interruptions in the future, so that's good. Taking care of business, and that's good. So right now, I'm just kind of going through, messing around with some of the settings, because some of the settings I haven't messed with, and just kind of see some of the last few aspects of the randomizer I haven't messed with. Yoroshimasen, Max, one must. This game is hard enough naturally. Can you randomize it? I have done plenty of runs with this randomizer, and it's actually easier with the randomizer to some extent. For several reasons, and I assume you already know the game. One, unlike its Japanese counterpart Elnard, when your character levels up, or in Elnard, when characters level up, every 10 levels, they get their stats plus 1. At 20, it's their stats plus 2 in their growth when they level up. In the 7th Saga, the American version, the Elnard boosts, as it's called, are taken out for the player, but not for the computers. So the apprentices get stronger than you at a faster pace. Also, some of the leveling grinding is longer. Some of the enemies are made harder in the American version. With this randomizer, it puts back in the Elnard boosts, and also there are some settings to make it easier for yourself. That gives it you could take 1.5 to 2 to 2.5 hours to finish a game of 7th Saga. You can also have other perks in this, like when you have a partner, the experience gets split between the two. So it makes grinding a lot longer. In this, there's a setting in here that you both get the experience displayed. So essentially you get twice the experience when you have a partner. So, or there is no penalty when you have a partner. So in a lot of ways, this randomizer is easier than the original. And I recommend this. And I would never play the original vanilla again. Not ever. But right now, I will do a run after this, but I'm messing with some of the settings that I haven't really touched on or I have questions about, just to explore the randomizer a bit more. This game used to fuck me up when I was 8. Yeah, I know that story. Worst map system ever. I love the game for some reason. Such love-hates. I have a love-hate relationship for this game too. A lot of people that come by here, we all share similar feelings of the game. The map is okay at best. The map is more useful in the randomizer because of the random locations. I like the world and the globe to see the enemies and towns. That's cool. But the map itself is it's bare minimum usable. Never used the map, too worried about getting bodied by regular enemies. And with the overworld globe that you have to view, there are settings in here that make it easier as well and more fun. I'm going to make it a little bit more harder, but that's okay. I'm going to pick for the treasure chest monsters only. Just to see if it's only tricks or if it's all sorts of types of monsters. I pretty much know what the rest of these settings do. Isn't there a setting that makes the monsters move half the speed? And that is correct. The monsters move half the speed they do in the vanilla game. And you move twice as fast. So, it makes dodging the enemies easier and, really easy to do. But you can still run into enemies, You'll mess up or there's a crowd in a tight hallway. Something. Equip chance, I know what the equip chance does. For certain ease of sake, I'm just going to do 100% chance. Spell learning, I'm going to do, let's see, heroes learn vanilla spells at random times. Vanilla number random of spells. 50% vanilla random of spells. And then they have all the random spells up in between. I'm just going to do 16 random spells. For this test playing around. Dodging was never an option. They would lasso me. Yeah, I know. The only entity that can dodge the monsters is a task. And the 1 out of 1,000 times you slip by them. It happens, but like 1 out of 1,000. The Wizard 3, they'll stick right around to each other and try to get you. They stick around and they're like this blob coming at you. And it's like, no! Leave me alone! I'm gonna leave the spell settings and the heroes learn the same spells. I'll leave the random locations. I'm kind of used to it by now. Monster zone patterns, I have messed with this. No randomization, a realistic randomization. Chaos and the swear words, which I call kerfuckle. And I'm just going to leave it at realistic. I don't think it needs much. All monsters have 9,999 defense. And you know what? I'm actually looking at that. I may do a separate test for this one. I just assume I'm going to do 1 damage. Or, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to turn that on. But for the spells, we will learn all the spells at level 1. If it's the defense, they may not be able to physically go down and everything may need to be based on magic. Makes it strictly magic, Edgehead. That's what I assume. I've never tested this setting, so that's why I'm going to test it, just to kind of see what it is. Monster patterns, I don't think I'll leave it at normal randomization. Monster drops, because of some of the settings I have, and actually, no, I'll leave it random. But the percent of monsters that can drop will be 100%. They're just percentage numbers, so you can figure out what the percentages would be. Now, 0% including tricks always drop an item. I think it's always a gem in the vanilla game, but I think it's random in the randomizer. But I'm just gonna say 100%. Minimum drop chance 100%. Now, monster movement. We actually there's 1/4, 1/8, and actually I don't know how slow this is. The 150, 1 in 5,000 plus. So that's probably max lowest speed that they could be. To be honest, half speed is good. If you're slightly patient, a second or two, you could dodge almost anything you want. So I imagine a 4th and an 8th are easier. And then 1 times, 2 times, 4 times, I imagine is harder. I'm gonna test. The dots would just spawn and stand still. I know, right? You'd have to go out to them to fight. I kind of like how you can sit still and just grind and not have to walk around. It makes you know when the next battle's coming. I am going to try ×1. It's usually set to half. For this test, I'm going to do it to ×1. Only because we have twice as much speed. So at 1 times speed, I wonder how well we can avoid while still how the avoiding and getting caught kind of pans out under those conditions. And of course, ×2 and ×4 would be harder, but I think just a little bit of adjustment will give us a good indicator of what we're looking at. Monster scaling is, I'm going to leave at the 14,700%. This is also what can make it easier. Finding monsters that are easier, they could be harder, but really it's the experience and gold. When you find the monster that just drops 2,000 experience, you can grind and your levels go up like Madhouse. Same thing with the boss stats, 14,700. You could get a boss that's total chump and you take them down. Or they could be rock hard as well. But also, you can get experience that's like 20,000, 30,000. But I've played with that plenty, so I'm going to turn on the time scaling. For some that don't know, as the time passes in the game, as the game goes on, the experience will go up for the monsters just a little bit, and it's mostly just for the beginning. If the beginning has a bad seed roll or whatever, and it's a little hard to try to get out of it, this time scaling helps kind of curve the balance of that part better in your favor while not affecting the rest of the game, because by the time you get just even past Python, the time scaling starts really not having any effect anymore on the experience that you need. Okairi Gamba, yep, it's 7th Saga on a Monday. I didn't get to stream last week, so I'm streaming today because I got some time. And I'm testing out some settings just to kind of mess around with some of the stuff that I haven't really adjusted with at all yet. Adjustments, let's see. Randomize who goes where, all go to Pandam, all get the remote control, all go to Grime, all may go to the Grime Tower, and I'm gonna check that one, because there's a separate person you check for the Grime Tower. Now there's all must go to the Grime Tower, but I just want to see if I can go to the Grime Tower. Nobody likes going to the Grime Tower. It's Thursday. I must have time traveled. Holy crap. Well, can it be Friday so I learn the lotto numbers so I could go buy it tomorrow so that I could win the lotto? Then I'll stream for you guys all the time. It'd be great. This setting right here, Max, is both allies get full XP. That's the one that doesn't split the experience and both get the experience. Makes the randomizer a big plus. Defense 2 HP catcher, petrify work on bosses, sure, and I'll turn on vacuum as well. I know what it does and I've seen it, but I'll just turn it on since we're just testing around stuff. If you hit that much, have like 100K. I won't make any promises. I don't even know how much the lotto is. But the lotto is very, very dangerous. There's a lot of sad stories about it. There's something that a lot of people don't know about the lotto, or here in California. And a lot of people have it wrong. Because I'll tell you this much. When you win the lotto, the announced jackpot is the 26 years announced jackpot. So let's say it's 20 million. Now, a lot of people, most people, want to go for the large lump sum. Now, when you do the large lump sum, you only win 40 to 50% of the announced jackpot. So 20 million now turns into 10 million. Now, you get taxed on that 10 million. A lot of people think, oh, that's the taxes. No, it's not the taxes. You win half at best. Then you get taxed on that. Now, I don't know what the tax rates are now in that class, but I'm going to say 50%. So of the 20 million, you only win 5 million. A fourth of what you actually win, and people get that wrong. It's like 40% off the top. Like, it's a lot. Now, yes, 5 million for anybody is a big thing, but what you have to be careful with, there are gift taxes, there are luxury taxes. You are only allowed to give a gift of money to somebody under a certain amount, or there's a tax to pay. There's also a top limit of how, that's per year. And then there's a maximum that you can give before that's taxed. And then there are luxuries on top of it. So, if you buy your parents, buy your families, homes and cars, you will go over that and you will pay heavy in taxes. It catches so many people off guard, and the standard rate for lotto winners, for professional athletes, or really anybody who comes into a lot of money really quickly, they go bankrupt in 5 years. And it's mostly because of those reasons. They don't see it coming. They think they have infinite money, and it gets them. Alright, that's my spiel on financial facts. Believe me, I love to win the lotto and make people around me happy. But there's a lot to worry about. A lot. And it's scary. I might have more headaches winning the lotto than not. I still want to win it, though. I'd rather just get paid every year and have to budget my riches. I'm a 26 annual person myself. 26 years, Just get a bunch of it every year. Now, we'll say about the 26 that's not in there. It grows progressively over the years. I'm going to say 26 million because it's easier for math. You don't win $1 million each year for 26 years. It will be, I don't know what it would be, but I'm going to guesstimate like 350,000 the first year, 450,000 the second year, 600,000 the third year, 900,000 the next year, and so on. It progressively builds in it. All right, settle for 10K. No problem. Sure, you can manage 300K if you can manage 30K. I believe you. From the words you say, Max, I believe you. There are people who tell me, it's like, you can't manage that. Like, yes, I can. Because I know what I'm doing and I understand what goes on. If you understand and really, study yourself and live within your means, like, because you won the lotto and you live the middle class life, you'll be fine. You'll do it, no problem. You try to live like you're rich, you'll be broke before you know it. And I saw the comment, Okada inasai Coolio, and the whole Oprah thing of you get a car because people will get taxed on the gift for the car, money they didn't have. And when you get into debt and owe stuff, it gets messy really quick. And it's not like you can just sell the car for what it's worth. You don't get to do that. So it goes really bad. Really, really bad. Just learn more than ever did in economics in high school? Yes. Schools don't teach enough. They really don't. It's a shame. Or we need a better education system, more funding. Teachers need to get paid more. And to tell you what, students that interrupt the class need to get shipped off to another classroom where they can disturb other students and let the students who can learn. It's tough. And that's a harsh thing to say, but I believe it's true. If there's a better solution, I bet it's out there. I just don't know it. Don't they let you name a family member just in case you pass away? Yes. I believe the lotto winnings is technically an annuity, and you could have somebody in your name of the annuity in case you pass away. It's an asset that does go to somebody. I'm not sure if wills, trusts, certain things like that can help determine where it goes. It doesn't just disappear when you die. It does go somewhere. If not, it probably naturally goes to the wife and kids and things like that. And that's why services like cash, never do a cash advance, please. It only gets you into further trouble down the line. If you have to use it and you can finish paying it all back and not use it again the next month, who am I to tell you? Sometimes if you need to, I don't know your life or your situation, but people who do it all the time just fall further and further behind and never actually catch up. And I'm caught up to you now, Anonymous. Konnichiwa. Doing good. Genki desu. How are you, Anatawa? People splurge hard. Yeah, people go hard at it. Let all distributors go to one class and distribute each other. It's... Whew. It was good for Obo's publicity. Biggest TV giveaway of all time. John Oliver beat it. But John Oliver really does stuff to spite. I like the guy. No, yeah, I love his show. A lot of it is for spite. He did it in a way where people won't get taxed, though. And those are the points that he's trying to make. The lessons that John Oliver teaches are great. Some of the stories can get a little embellished and all that. You have to take some of the things he says with a grain of salt. But the lessons he's trying to point out, that's the key to John Oliver, and that's why I like him. Brought up billions of dollars in medical debt and canceled it all. I know. There's some people who do great things even though it can be gaming the system. But, if he's a good person, it puts him in the lawful evil, type of thing. It's like, he does good things, but he's technically evil. I kind of see him like that, Teaching home economics can be tough as people don't usually have to deal with balancing a budget until they're already in college, have jobs and bills together. And yeah, it's really, really tough. And people have different perspectives on how to manage good economics. A friend of mine just thought it was natural that there are certain parts of debt which are true and that you pay taxes, every year. And, well, yes, you pay taxes, but when it comes to tax time... So a tip I gave him, and a tip I'll give all of you other guys, all of you other people out there, if you can, or whatever you can, there's how many people you can, how many people you claim, and they automatically take the taxes out. The more people you claim, the less they take out, but it doesn't change the total in the end. You will pay the amount that's supposed to be paid, and if you didn't pay enough up front, you'll pay it on the back end. It depends on what you can manage better. If you are top-notch, there are top-notch people that can pay the least amount of taxes they can up front, work their money in some form or fashion, do more with it, and then pay it when tax season comes around. Do that. But that's not what I recommend. If you're really highly, highly skilled and disciplined with your money, you can do that. The other option, which is what I recommend, is that you claim zero. You claim nobody. You get to claim 1 yourself on taxes, so you'll get money back. But also, if you sometimes that may be too much, or if you claim 0 and you're good with that, you could do a 0 plus. So what I do is that I claim 0, and then every paycheck I have an extra $20 taken out of it. You can do 10, you could do 5, just a little bit, right? And you'd be really, really shocked. Like, you don't miss 5, 10, 20 bucks, over the course of a month. If your budget's that tight, then you will. If it's not that tight, I don't miss it. But then when you file taxes, I get money back every year. And, it's always a joy to see that money come back. And it's a responsibility thing. I don't have to think about it or worry about it. And it's also on the principle, like, I'd rather overpay and get $6,000. I've never gotten, but I'd rather get $6,000 back than pay the government a penny back afterwards. Like, the hassle and the work to do it, I don't want to. I'd rather just have it done this way, and I'm happy with my life. Strong economic people of that discipline will tell you to go the other route. That is if you have the discipline. If you don't, do it this way. Be honest with yourself. Lottery ticket bot. I don't think you could declare a successor, specifically $1,000 a day for life. After all, death cancels life. It depends on what it is. And Canada's may have a different type of lottery. If it's $1,000 a day for your life, then that's the scrutiny it's under. It's not the California lottery, which is a 26 annual annuity. If it's an annuity, you can 100% pass those on after you pass away. Exactly, Edgehead. See, I've looked into it and I've studied it and kind of understand it. So, like, it's not just win the lottery. You got to understand what it is that you're winning. Claim 0? I don't think he like that. He is my younger brother. I will do whatever. He will do whatever. I know he won't. He won't do jack of what I say. Except handle that guy on the left while I go handle the guy on the right. So far, I've only had 1 year where my tax return was negative. 1 year, I've had... My federal was good, my state was bad. So I had to pay back the state a little bit. And I kind of asked questions about it, and I kind of found out why, and I've kind of forgotten why, but it was something so rare that it wouldn't happen to me again. It might one more time in the next 60 years, but that's it. And there was one more thing I wanted to say. Yes, teaching home economics. I'm gonna splurge a little bit. I'm splurge. I'm gonna be a proud father and talk about my son, because I wanted to teach him early about money and how it works. There was one, saving money. He saved up money, bought a Switch, and he did extra work to earn extra money and took his time, and he would also decide whether he wanted to make purchases or not. Most of the time he would not. If there was something he really did want, he would make the purchase. Like, good. He has the discipline to not just get all the things that he wants, but really decide what he wants or not. That was proud moment number 1. Now, big proud moment number 2 was I, quote unquote, made him buy a computer desk, a TV mount, and a TV. Had him buy it. And, but by him buying it, I bought it, right? But then he owed me. And what I did was I doubled his allowance from $5 to $10. But I told him that he has an interest of $5 also that week. So, and it was, I'm going to leave it to you to figure it out how you're going to pay this back. There would be some extra work, so you make a little extra money. When he would pay more than the $5. He understood that just paying the interest will not get him anywhere. He would pay more than the interest. Except for one time. He did not pay, and he let the interest go over and not pay anything. There was only one time. And I told him also there'd be no penalties. I left that alone. But he didn't pay it because he needed the money to buy the John Wick skin in Fortnite. So, but that was after like 2-3 months of him making his payments and judgments. I'm like, okay, he's managing it. He's doing whatever. And, not even in quite a year, he paid off that debt that was established for him. I was so proud of him. And he managed how much he would do and how much he would do it and the reasons why he did it. And he really impressed me of what he was trying to do. Now, what he didn't know is that a month after he paid everything back, I showed him the total and the list of how he paid and this, that, and the other. And then I gave him back all the money that he owed or borrowed to make those purchases. Because I'm going to buy it for him. I'm not going to make it, but I wanted to help teach a lesson in a way that I could. Now, the interest, I told him that I'm going to keep. But I took that interest and we went out go-karting. So, and food. And I think there was $10 left, and I think I pocketed that, to be honest. But like it showed him how much interest costs on borrowing money. But you also have to have a plan and attack and things like that. $10 service fee. I got go-kart out of it too. So I'm cool. So that is my proud moment of my son economically. Trying to teach him, because economics is hard and it needs to be taught. They don't teach it well in school. Parents need to teach their kids stuff. It's the way it is. School won't handle everything. There are 2 major lotteries in Canada and a full smaller lotteries per region. Yeah, there's a state and a nation, or most nation, lottery in the U.S. And there are other smaller games as well. But the lottery's the big one, of course. Sounds like my problem. I'm looking for a new car. Oh, I hear you, Anonymous. I am right now good because about 3 months ago, I finished paying off my car. It took 7 years, but I finished paying off my car. So, I'm just gonna do maintenance on the car and try to not run it to the ground and keep it for as long as I can so I don't have car payments. Maybe someday we won't need to worry about predatory capitalism anymore. I kind of hope so. I think if, in the future, there's technology that just makes food, electricity, and regular living so overabundant. Now, it's scary, but let's say we live in a world where robots do all of our work for us. And we live a utopia life where we don't have to work. Money won't have much of a factor in such a world anymore. Here's hoping to some kind of future like that. And predatory, I mean, you don't like loot boxes? You don't like surprise mechanics? Everybody loves surprises. I'm kidding. I hate you, EA. Teach this guy financial responsibility. Who does that? This is a B+ Asian. I'm not good enough to be rich, doctor, or lawyer, make lots of money, and not worry about it. So we have to do it this way. Pretty sure Daily Grand, the ticket I bought, is a provincial level. Not sure what that... And that sounds like the Daily 3 over here in California. Star Trek! Yeah, that's right. In Star Trek, they have that certain type of civilization. Max hates surprises. Bayesian? That's the joke. That is the joke. Now, there is a joke, and I understand it too. You know, Asians and parents, you know, you get A's, you become doctor. It's like, no, you get an A. That's why we're Asians. That's That's the stigma, the joke, and semi-truth. It is. I'm pretty smart, but there are people smarter than I am. Definitely. Absolutely. So for the joke of that, I'm a B+ Asian. You know, I'm good. I'm smart. People know I'm smart, but I'm not like those A+ ones over there. No, they're smarter than me. Easy. And my smartest, man, those 5th graders are like national level, like, you know, it's just not fair. They ain't whatever school they learned from, they ain't teach it at my school. Those 5th graders are smart. Some of those questions are hard. Some of those questions are easy, but some of those questions are hard. Ain't no joke. Those 5th graders, those are 5th graders that went up a few grades, then they got pulled back down due to some technicality. Because those 5th graders had some advanced knowledge. I wasn't a full watcher of that show, but I seen some of it, and I'm like, I don't know. Can I phone a friend? I'll take clues from another show. No deal. I don't care. No deal. No whammy. I think I've been I've gone off track, and that's okay. The proper professional mature. I would love to have one of those children in my household. Absolutely. No whammy showing your age there. You know, they have the show come back out. They did. I haven't watched the new iteration of the show, to be honest. I do remember the old version of the show. Yeah, Coolio. Yeah, Press Your Luck came back. I haven't watched it, though. But, you know, it's the no whammy. That's part of the reason why it's come back into the fold. To really show my age. But see, I wouldn't know how to make a joke about it. But there's a board. And I would pick 2 and 19, and if it matches, it starts clearing up the board. And then you have to solve the word puzzle like IT supervisor. I'm not doing a good. I'm imagining in my head. Oh, there we go. Classic concentration. Someone knows. That was my best impersonation if I was on that show. I actually have wanted to do a classic concentration stream, but I haven't quite gotten that together. It hasn't been my focus. I thought it one week. It's on NES? I had it for DOS. I haven't reacquired my DOS version yet, and that's how I was gonna do it. It's an NES game, huh? Sure did if I watched Classic Concentration not too long ago. You had the DOS one too? I always picked the shady guy that was like this, and whenever he'd get it right, he'd be like, smirk. I love TV game shows. I wish I was on them. Price is Right. I have to admit, these are your people. This is us right here. There was a Flash version of the bonus round from that game, where you try to match all the cars. That, of course, is my favorite part of the DOS version, is trying to match the cars. I found out which car gave out the most. So, if I found that car, if I didn't just accidentally hit it, I'd save that pairing for last, so I could get the most money prize out of that. I think when they enjoy 7th Saga is going to be a rare breed. Very specific kind of people like 7th Saga, and here they are. They watch Classic Concentration, and probably also are going to freak out when I say the only person I would join a game show with, and would be my brother, would be the $25,000 pyramid, or whatever version they have of it now. The $100,000 pyramid. Remote control. Oh, man. I remember the name, and I don't remember the show. That's right, you don't play it with a partner, you play it with a celebrity. Darn. Because me and my brother we've known each other for so long, as you all know. We have such inside jokes. Our family, whenever it comes to board games or party games or whatever, it's funny because none of the other siblings get separated. But me and my brother, everybody goes, you guys are not together. Like, that's the rule. The rule is we are not together. They cannot have us together because we will just dominate with our secret code. Want to host a game project? Code Creators, a game show platform similar to Jackbox. Jackbox is a good time. If you have a lot of people and just have a good time, it's a good time is a good time. Yep, said those words right. Don't know if I ever watched Remote Control. Played the NX version on a rental a long time ago. I may have to check that out for random games. Remote Control. Do not tell Zero. I'm gonna do a shuffler of a bunch of game show games. That's the next shuffler that I do. Do not tell him. And if he steals it from me, I'll kill him. Sounds honestly awful. Y'all know how good I am at Jeopardy. Some of you know how good I am at Jeopardy. And it's not very good. Still hoping to pass the Jeopardy test at some point. Best I've done is 8 out of 40. Ooh, Gamba, I think you're smarter than me, though. But, man, I can't do Jeopardy. Favorite Price is Right game. Everybody list your favorite Price is Right game. And I'm going to put an honorary note. It's changed, but during my childhood, I wanted to play Plinko. Something you two should do again. Maybe get a third or whoop or butts. No! I like winning. Or I like the trolls. If a good third person comes up, I'll just be a loser. The Golden Road. Is the Golden Road the yodeling one? Cliffhangers. You're right, that's Cliffhangers. I've liked the Hole in One. Because it's actually Hole in Two. For those who never watched the show. Alright, I'm gonna try to finish these randomizer settings. Let's see if anything else that I can do. I'm gonna leave boost the same. I'm gonna try to speed this real quick. Let's see. All monsters award 0 XP, we know that. Shuffle hero stat gains. I'm gonna try that. I think we tried this, but I'm not so sure if it's every time a level up occurs or I'm not sure. In Shuffle starting hero stats, we're going to select that too. Again, I'm testing some settings to just kind of see how it goes. I will do a real run of some sorts after this. Or we could just talk about whatever. I don't know. However this goes. All heroes get same stat adjustment. Oh no, I don't want that. Okay. Speed ups. This is what some of the speed ups that I wanted to test. Now the 2x walk speed, I'm gonna leave it on. There's no need for that. The text quality of life speed hacks, we're gonna leave. Now show stat gains on level up. I'm gonna deselect this. Yeah, change it to a just chatting stream. I know, Zero Stream. Conversation usually is better over there than it is here. Once in a while we get on a go here, and it just does. It takes the right time. My brother has further embraced it, and I know actually a lot of people look forward to it. As I've told you, he's a better streamer than I am. He's got better charisma than I do, and it's okay. I acknowledge it. So. But it's funny. Remove useless triggers discussed in the README. Since I've never looked at the README, I just got the TLDR version that my brother told me from looking at the README. And then to speed up the brush airship ride, we'll leave that alone. And I actually do know what the wind ruin locations are, so I'm not going to bother with that. You should put a few ability points into charisma instead of intelligence. I'll tell you what, Max. His intelligence is also higher than me. It is. I would say intuition. I put more stats into intuition, if that's even a stat. I got more stats into intuition. J-Pop is high on wisdom. I might be better on my brother than wisdom. But if I'm like a 98, he's like a 96. He might say it's debatable, and he might. He's got good enough wisdom on his own. But I think when it comes to the parenting, the teaching, the oversee of others, I won't say he's a slouch, but I definitely say I gotta step up on him for two reasons. One, I actually am a father. But I think I have better people skills than he does. Like, just naturally. Not to say my brother's skills are bad, but I think I got him there. And I think also, if you were to throw us into a situation brand new, never done before, that's why I say my intuition's better. On a very first time blind, I got my brother. However, if you give us something and there's time to practice to make it the best and do over and over and over again, my brother will come out on top in the end. He will produce more if given enough time at it. Absolutely. And yeah, that's true. This conversation tends to stay on a single thread here. While my brother's does go all over the place. Some people will talk about other things, and my brother, he indulges in all sorts of those parts of the conversation, and he does it pretty well, but it does get a little off kilter and off point at times. Now, I'm not sure, I'm not saying it's better or worse that one subject or not at least all over the place. But it also may be to the fact that, he has more conversations to have. Maybe it's my personality that likes direct and focus, that kind of extrudes or that goes along. I don't know. I'm not exactly. I'm trying to sound smart. You know what, guys? The thing is, though, if you're smart enough, you understand. You don't know. You can see how it is, but why it is, sometimes I don't know. He's got a Game Genie? No, yes, for the Super Nintendo. And a Game Shark. Does he have one for the DS? Or the Game Boy Advanced? Don't remember. Alright, we're going to leave these settings alone. That's good. So the base settings that I'm trying to see with. No items in stores. I just want to see if they affect armor and weapon shop. Monsters only in treasure chest. If it's only tricks or if it's all sorts of types of monsters. We're going to have the monster movement speed at ×1. I want to see how that feels like. May go to Grime Tower. I just want to see that. Kind of interested. And shuffling stats and show stat gains on level up. So, those are the test settings that we're going to get underway now. So, okay. Got that. Let me minimize you. Okay. No item. Oh, that's right. No items in stores. 999. I know what I said. 9,999 defense. So we're essentially thinking that this should only be magic that gets used. Monster speed times 1, shuffling stats, and shuffling stat gains are the changes from the base default traditional settings that Game Boy F9 had set. And I think this would cover the rest of the settings that I've never really done before. We kind of, wow, Camille's got some starting stats. His growth stats are kind of garbo. It does, not in a stats kind of way, but in a settings kind of way, Gamba. I do agree. Camille has some starting stats, but you know what? We actually, if monsters have defense, our stats that we want are speed and magic. Oven, he sucks. Waifu, her speed sucks. She's got MP though, so that actually is a good thing. Her speed is slow, so that's a little bit harsh. Wilmy is average speed, below average magic, and has MP up the wazoo. Lux has speed, no magic, but has MP, and that actually may be better. The chests are monsters, and we're waiting to see if they're all tricks. That is correct. Valsuck has no speed, has all the magic, some MP. Legis, he's alright. Okay, I actually think I'm gonna go with Lux because of the MP and because of the speed. The magic, I'm not so worried about because of the boost. You'll probably find a spell that's good. If you find it, you find it, and it's good. Oh, I also have magic. I can learn all the spells, so okay. Revive, vacuum 2, so I could vacuum 2 some of the bosses have been set for vacuum, just for testing. I mean, we know what it does. Laser 3, fire 2, laser 1, elixir 30. Ooh, Lex got some good spells. I'm not starting the timer. Rainer, because this is not any true setting. This is just... Let's take a look. And it is a nice Monday out today. I got nearly all of my adulting done. So I feel good. Well, laser 3 is good. The no level up setting, look at this. It doesn't show the stats. I will also say that I don't know what setting is it, but when you level up, it's supposed to go da-da-da-da-da, and that sound is not in here, and I don't know why. And so that's a speed up thing that's in this game somehow. Quality of life, and I think so. I didn't disable that, so I'm not exactly sure. We take a look at the stats. I have a bunch of HP and a bunch of MP now. So the stats did work. But we'll see if this is all tricks. We'll probably... Okay. Huh. Fire 2? That one may have some resistance, not sure. I'm actually scared to open that treasure chest for several reasons, so I'm gonna skip it. Because if I can't kill it on the next magic spell, but I dodge, then we're stuck in a loop of they can't hit me and I can't kill them because of their 9,000 defense. So we'll take, you know, we'll leave that. There's no reason to necessarily check that out. For only 10 hits. Alright, we set a no item in the shop. There is just nothing. There is one item there, apparently. I wonder if there has to be something in there. I'm curious. It's a 0 defense item, yeah. I want to see what the game does. I'm gonna go buy this defensive item. It's nothing. We have nothing that we can buy. It must be a, because of programming and things like that, it's probably not empty. There probably is something that's in there that is of 0 name, 0 value. I wonder if there's an election day party tomorrow at the headquarters of the party I voted for. Oh. A placeholder item, exactly. Which probably is what's over here in the item shop. I bought it, but it's not in here. Let's see what happens if I buy 9 of them. It goes, I don't know where it goes. It doesn't go into my inventory because I've bought 12 of them. Interesting. I wonder if I have some garbage data in my inventory. All right, so this is the ×1 speed. Let's see how I can see if I can get to there without Ooh, oh, that's kind of hard. Well, I'm lucky that this only has 2, 3, 4 hit points. I found a sword. I should be able to equip it. It has 4. It's even worse than basic, I don't think we need to check any more of the, I will check the item shop just because, but they should all have blanks, right? They should all be empty. I wonder. Let me check the House of Healing. Just to see if they have services. Okay. And I kind of expected that they would. Alright, let's see how far I can get dodging these guys. Oh. With the ×2 speed, you can still dodge them. Let's see how it is here in the castle. Let's see if I can make it to Ramus. Oh, we just got lucky spawns right here. I'd rather do 1 times monster speed and times 2 walking speed. Because us walking faster is, in non-combat places, is divine. Just because I can. Vacuum 1 is expensive. We'll do vacuum 2. We sent Ramus to the Shadow Realm. Level up with no stats. I'll say it right now. You know what that means? It means cheetah percent just got a buff. The Dark World. See, first I mind crushed him. I turned him to stone, then sent him to the Shadow Realm. I don't know what it is, but there's been a Shadow Realm thing going on with me, my brother, and others. Laser 1 is just alright. How's Ice 1? Ice 1 seems strong. It looks like it's just tricks inside the treasure chest. Not much of a trick at all. Yeah, it's the same old trick. Now you died because of laser 3, so I'm gonna do that again. I wonder how strong laser 3 is. Oh, that's right, you give buckos of experience. I got a weapon, I just clicked through because I thought I'd get a whole bunch of level ups. What did I get? The fear. You know, I sometimes open these treasure chests and think it's something different's gonna pop out, but no, these are the settings that I have. Turning all of the tricks. Coolio, the internet has corrupted you. I'm not sure what joke is there, but I am very disappointed in you. I'm also a little proud, but, you know, mostly disappointed. Kappa. The terminology is old. Turning all of the tricks. That's an old terminology? I just blew right by that guy. Let me see how it is dodging these guys. It's still pretty doable. Yeah, so the 9,900 defense is probably as what anybody suspects. It's all magic. Which means Gamba will never run that setting. I will never, I will indeed never run this. Oh, your magic sucks. Sorry for the audio garbage. Should I have a warning? Like an epilepsy warning? I'm not a program, Coolio, that you can just simply run. I wonder what percentage vacuum works on bosses. Or it constitutes it. It's not a normal setting. But I was able to get Ramus. And there was some bosses that I wasn't able to. Epilepsy warning, not ellipsis warning. I told you all! B+. B+ over here. So close, but not quite. Maybe there's certain bosses that I can't get. And there's no real reason that I'm switching between Vacuum and Vacuum 2. Except Vacuum's easier on the eyes. Elixir's so cheap, I could try all day. I can try all day. It's no problem. Yeah, I was kind of happy seeing a cheap elixir. We'll probably give this like 4 or 5 more attempts. But I like petrifying the bosses, because I know that works. Maybe just some of them can't. I'll give one more attempt. Oh, I don't have enough MP for that one. Alright, sorry, you get audio garbage. Might be random, might be based off HP. Your fire 2 sucks, but mine's apparently awesome for some reason. Where is it? I blanked out where my elixir was. There it goes. Alright. Alright, so things to further test. Bosses we could vacuum. Grind Tower? Yes. Grind Tower. More like if we had the option to do both. And there's one more thing I wanted that I had in my mind. Alright, that's probably not up there. Oh, and test to see how well dodging enemies is under a ×1 ×2 speed. Just to see how viable it is. It's kind of tough. It really is kind of tough. I probably will not run this run all the way through. Unless you guys really want me to. See how the dodging's working alright? See, I can get below and above enemies. If it's a little tight, then it gets, you know, you gotta make quicker decisions. But you could dodge them. Sort of. It's not bad. It's all about testing settings. Okay. Now, see, I only would choose to suffer if I decide to talk to... Uh-oh. Okay. Darn it. I was hoping we could try to set up a trail. And then laugh. Camille! I don't want to pick Camille. Yeah, Wilmy. You want to be partners? Yeah, so you have nothing as well. Not that I didn't think you wouldn't. I just had to look. Is there settings where you can make or prevent betrayal? No. The only settings you can make is if they will always join you or always deny you. It kind of would be cool to change the betrayal settings. It actually does sound kind of interesting. I would... The thing is with the randomizer and what I believe of all things, having options is what, you know, is what's good. Having controller options, difficulty options, life options, quality of life options. I just checked this out of habit. It's always going to be a trick. Alright, Wilmy, what you got? Laser, thunder, Rainer, protect, blizzard 2, thunder 1, laser 3, fire 1, elixir, firebird, agility, which is 0. Let's do the thunder. You know what? I don't think laser 3 works on it as well. I'm gonna double check. Alright, Wilmy, that's a pass. We can't judge your thunder on that one. Let's try blizzard. Well, that didn't work well either. How's your ice spell? Huh. So that must mean fire, so we'll check Firebird. Well, that kind of sucked. It should, because Fireball does... Oh, okay, well, 70 as opposed to 200. Maybe this trick just has a lot of magic defense. What else could be changed that would be good? The order you get the runes? That might be really hard to do and basically impossible. Thunder 2 is... whatever. Random boss placement. The more I'm having this out loud, give a random character for the clanking boots. That would be great. That's a really funny idea. Except Gariso and Gorcia. I wonder, the thing is with something like that, part of the reason why this game, because it's an RPG, I guess Gamba probably has the most expertise with Final Fantasy randomizers. How well an RPG randomizer would really work. Alright, we don't need to check the treasure chest because we know what they all are. But we can stop and talk to this guy. I must pro. Say Foma in the Python 1 spot. And I just wonder how they would do... Because if you find Foma in Python 1 spots, like, the ability to gain the experience to fight Foma, like, you're then really stuck. The bosses would be scaled to their spot. And I was kind of thinking of that, but then most of the bosses are not all that terrifying because of their moveset or anything like that. I guess it would be cool, but it doesn't change where you go, it just changes who is there. And probably the only difference is you can't take out Ramus with a whistle unless he gets to stay there. With everything else randomized may not be necessary. It may not. My mission is to protect this town. It's the only robot that doesn't fizzle out when you talk to it down here. Foma Python 1 may be trash anyway. It may be. It would be the easy boss would be Monmo. Ramus being the final boss would be amazing. You finally get to the end. Whistle! Oh no, you can't get the whistle. That's another idea, having objectives. Do an objective-based run. Did everyone escape safely? What mystery are you talking about? G. You start with the wind rune and you could go anywhere. That sounds like what it would be for if you had different partners. Different bosses in different places. Well, I got Red Python. Maybe it was just regular Python that was like, no, you can't. Damn, look at that experience. It'll be a boss kill objective, quest completion, acquire ruins. You could do something like that. Now again, but you're a better expert than I am on this. Would that be... If that's like an outside tracking thing that you would do, that's not something you do in the randomizer when you do objective-based tasks or anything of the sorts, right? Once you complete all the objectives, you can go to the pass to kill Gorcia. And yeah, you could do that with the Wind Rune and... Final Fantasy IV Rando has objectives built into it. Really? Okay. That does sound fun and interesting. I don't think this randomizer is technically complete. What version is this? Give me a sec. Let me click around and see what version of it. No, this is version 3.5, so it is, I mean, it's more than a beta version, you know, but I don't think this is its final form. Think about Super Mario RPG Random where you could tell it to put stars on random bosses, star pieces. That's why when you get the Wind Rune from the start, when you complete a number of objectives required, that's your go mode and you can go to the past and get the ruins. You know, I mean, I'm not one that makes randomizers or has a lot of experience with them. For Fantasy VI, they do something similar. They start you with the airship, except it'll take you between the world of balance and the world of ruin. And for every character, you have to complete goals. Interesting. then very much so. It is far outside my expertise to say what can and cannot be done. But if it very well can, in those types of games, there's no reason it can't be done in this game. With these randos, you pretty much need it to be free roam. And yeah, the Wind Ruin, and this game is mostly free roam. The only catch is the Wind Ruin. There could be a way to have the Wind Ruin accessible at the start, or at the starting castle treasure chest, right? If it could get moved there. Because that sounds like all that, what you would need to do. We got a bunch of... Fuck you, Grime Tower. Nobody likes you. Evil Track has an auto tracker for the specific Final Fantasy VI random free enterprise or some such. I have concluded that the dodging monsters are ×1 speed is definitely plausible. Oh my god, this is Great Town RNG. Oh, there's the Cave of Lasso. So being able to dodge enemies on ×1 speed is definitely doable. You do have to be a bit more cautious right off the bat. It is a bit more deadly, and you'll get caught a bit more times, but it is still within your control. Here's Bone. Grind Tower. Spiral Tower. Nah, Grind Tower was a better name. You win. Let's go to Patroff. ×1 enemy speed is doable. And I'm starting to thinking about that setting. But basically call it hard mode. Because a lot of the times, you want to avoid the enemies. You want most of the experience from bosses, if you can help it. Enemies are just in your way. Any % hard mode. Aye. I thought the one's alright. I'm just lucky the monster's magic sucks. Gamba, I'll let Gamba answer, and then I'll fill in afterwards, if he wants to. Gamba did not make this randomizer. It is, in fact, a gentleman named Game Boy F9 who made this randomizer and has updated the randomizer. Gamba has taken his runs at this, and a couple in a race with Zero and I. Gamba has been with us for quite a while. I've been running the randomizer. We ran the randomizers last year, last October-ish, somewhere around there. And I've been running them mostly once a week since the beginning of the year. And Gamba has taken his shots at runs, and he took over, which one was it? Was it the no gold %? Was it the any %? Gamba overtook me for a while. I saw that town, and probably there are actually no other towns left, so I should have just gone there. Any %. Me, sorry, but just have the energy. He definitely dabbles more in the Final Fantasy realm. It depends what you're in the mood for. Things come and go. Also, I will admit, like, sometimes, like, when me and my brother was setting up races for it, we were doing practice runs. We were watching each other practice runs. We were practicing in secret. So we were digesting a lot of 7th Saga. And, you know, after especially that third race, it was like, okay, we're good. Like, did we get it out of our system? Yeah, we got it out of our system. And there are times when I may have skipped a week or so playing 7th Saga, but I'm not quite burned out on it just yet. But if you watch it and keep playing and keep consuming it, it's like you live it. When me and my brother were practicing, we were living those practices with each other. Like, we lived a lot of 7th Saga during that time. Gamma did lead for most of the race. I kind of cheated. By cheated, I just stayed really quiet, gave nobody updates till I passed people up. You know, this ×1 speed, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, monsters will move and overshoot you in a direction. If they're chasing or crossing your path, yeah, it's definitely more deadly. But they do tend to overshoot you a bit. I don't know what you're talking about, that Mega Man race. I got to Dr. Wily at the end. Pretty darn fair and square, if I do say so myself. Delve too far in the older videos to find the best of 3 race with J-Pop and Zero. Yeah, those are definitely probably the ones you want to watch, and probably anything I put a PB on. And as new PBs come out, I take PBs off the old video and put it on the new one. So if you see a PB fall off of a video, and a new one hasn't come up, okay, I'm gonna place a bet that Camille is the apprentice here. And the only reason I say that is that every time Camille has hired Python, it's been Camille up here. There's something about it that connects it. I don't know what it is. I learned a very harsh lesson that race. Unfair and Rhombus. Camille, Camel. I probably should hit you with ice. Ouch! Ouch! That son of a bitch. I could say bye to my ruins, but actually what I have to say goodbye to is my OCD. Because now the water ruin, because it'll be wind ruin, star ruin, and then water ruin. And it's unorganized and I can't set it, so it messes me up. Oh! I think also one other thing that this randomizer does that is mentioned, but like not really pointed out, you can actually go from top to bottom in the item list. I don't think you could do that in the original. I think you have to scroll all the way if you want to get to the bottom. I think that's different in the randomizer. So some nice quality of life stuff. Ice came out stronger, so we'll do ice. See, wind, star, water. That's not the order you get it in. It bugs me. Boom. Alright. So we have the one last thing to check. Which is the Grime Tower. I thought about talking to Valsuck, but that's okay. Now, there is this it's either this gentleman, maybe this gentleman. In south, it's a tower called Grime. The gate is closed, nobody can... You resemble my father so much that I don't feel like you are a stranger to me. I have a gift for you. This key has been in my family for generations. I don't know when to use it, but I'm sure you will someday. Okay. Got a big ass robotic father. My father, he was a police officer. He died in the line of duty. You sort of resemble him. Where is... I think it actually might be here at Bone. Not that... No, actually, let's go to Patroff. At this point, I'm just gonna open the door just for kicks. Robo-Lux. No! We killed you! We killed you! We killed you! Alright, Grime Tower, everybody's favorite. We're not gonna do it. He's the future of law enforcement, unlike his faker, Robert Lux. Who's the furniture of law enforcement. Okay. Well, that was the end of this nice little test. So, we got to see the defense, the extra for... having the extra option for the Grime Tower. What else were some of the settings? The tricks, the treasure chests, the ×1 speed. Okay, let me just put this screen up. It's easier for me to cut it and for my to place it up on YouTube. I may have to put a warning that we just chat about nothing for an hour, and then we have a run, and then we test settings, or at least put up some sort of warning. So, alright.